Okay, so today I want to share with you how to transfer RSS through macro by using macro. So, biggest thing with this is that, let's say for me, if I wanted to transfer a whole bunch of RSS to, let's say, baby dill pickle here, and I would manually do this, and it looks like I can see that it takes 20 seconds. So if I have 5 armies, we don't want to get anything to go more than or less than 4 seconds at a time, right? Because we need, or 40 seconds. So we want them to take at least 10 seconds per. So that way we can have 5 coming back, or 8 seconds, I'm sorry. So you got 5 armies. Back and forth, it would take 40 seconds total. If you got 5 armies, you want them to take about 8 seconds each, right? So you definitely need to get your click throughs or your steps to last 8 seconds, or else you're going to run out of armies. Anyway, for you to do this, if I try to set up something where it would, I can actually make a mistake doing that. So the best way to do is go inside of your castle and go into the trading post, and you'll see, if you say list baby dill pickle is in here. So I would actually, it would be better for me to go supply, click, and that, and I would do it over and over just by doing that, sitting inside. That would be the best way to go. So to set up something like this, set up a macro for this, we're going to open up our auto clicker, and I've already gone and set it up this way. I set up number 1 right on the supply button for 2 seconds each. So we're going to go through 4 buttons or 4 steps to transfer. So which gives us 8 seconds per 5 armies. That would take 40 seconds. So it would be perfect for 5 armies to go back and forth. Every time you got an army coming back, you got one leaving. And so we're going to do step 1, 2-second interval, and press supply. Second would be right at the dot where the max is. So I would actually punch like this, which would give me max. In this case, 1.65 million, right? Let's say, so that's where I set number 2 for 2 seconds. And then number 3 would be supply button, right? And then number 4 would be confirm button. So each one of these, I set all of them are 2 seconds a piece. So if we go back to our screen where I have it right on the supply button, and I'm going to go ahead and press play. It'll go 1, 2, then after 2 seconds, 3, and then 4. And then it would repeat itself over and over. And each one would last 8 seconds of click. So by the time we go through our 5th, we should have our first army return. So that's the 3rd time. And then this is 4th. And if you do run into a situation where it doesn't, then you may need to increase your time for maybe 3 seconds each button, or just maybe one of the buttons going 3 seconds. So that way we have enough army to do that, especially if you are under C25. See, here we just ran into an issue, right? We don't have enough army. So I'm going to go ahead and just increase one of them. We'll just go increase number 4 to 3 seconds. So that way we have an army. Then we'll retest this by going play, and we'll count 5 armies again. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Ideally, after 5th, we should still be able to continue with 6. That's 3. And this is our 4th one. And this will be our 5th. And 6th would be the critical point, whether we run out of army or not. And this is 6. And this should work here. It doesn't. it just got back, right? So, you know, it may be the case where let's retry that because we may not need. Okay, here's one. Because it may be a layover from the other one in the previous one. There's second. And here's our third. And here's our fourth. And here's our fifth. And next one would be the critical point where 6. And we have an okay. So as long as you multiply your army 4 or 5, depending on, oops, we are out. Okay, so that didn't work. So it looks like what we need to do is probably increase one more to 3 seconds. That gives us total of 10 seconds each. That should give us plenty. So let's let the armies return. I'm gonna see what's out there. Okay, we have 2 heading back. We have 1 more coming back. So we know we're good. All the armies are in. We're going to go into the trading post again. Go into supply. And we're going to run 1. So right now it takes us approximately 10 seconds for all these buttons to work, which means we should be good to go. Okay, we'll call this what, twice or 3 times possibly, but we'll go and see maybe 10 times and see how it goes. So basically the amount of time that's added for 1, 2, 3, 4th step is right now 10 seconds, which means it takes me approximately to get 5 armies out. It takes about 50 seconds, which should give enough time for them to come back, right? Or the first supply troops to come back. And I think we're actually at 5th or maybe even 6th. But we'll go and see. Let's, okay. But the thing is, you don't have to sit there and do this all day long, right? You could just kind of let it run and just go on about your business and let the macro take care of it. And I think it's working just fine. So I hope this video helped you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks.